Hey, Zucchini. Hey, Sardonyx. Okay. I started spinning while the intro was going. I realized, wait, we kicked the can down the road at the end of the subathon. I do have 2 levels. I think it's guard on the defensive for sure. And then we could get second claw, second tackle. Or third guard. I think those are the choices. Hearthstone's doing a weird pre-release tavern brawl if you have a lot of tickets. Ooh, that might be worth checking out. I didn't know they had another set coming out. In the past, they've done like high stakes queues. Is it something like that? I don't know if I have a good constructed deck would be worth actually gambling on though. But pre-release it might be worth. It might be like playing with pre-made decks. That'd be fun. Maybe we'll check that out after a game of Blood Bowl. I was doing my dailies over there for a while, building up a bankroll. I did blow a lot of gold on the StarCraft thing too. I think I want the claw. There's so many orcs. There's just so many orcs. Oh, you actually win packs the new set that you can't buy yet. Ooh, that's interesting. There's also a new Bizarre patch came out yesterday. there's a lot of things I could do. And I probably want to finally buy Warcraft 3. How was your experience going back to it, Ben? I know you had that one toxic guy. Hopefully it's been fun other than that. We'll get in the queue here. Your arm hurts from playing it. Oh, that reminds me. I gave myself carpal tunnel playing League of Legends. Too much mouse grippiness, yeah. Best enjoyed in small bursts, I suppose. Last chance to defend the World Tree. Do the update. It shouldn't hurt the stream. There was one point where the Blizzard updates were brutal. Hey, top deck. If you go 03 the Tavern Brawl, you still get 2 packs. 6 wins is 4 packs and 2 cards. What deck do you play with? Is it constructed? Oh, you can use the free draft tickets. I think I might have spent those. I think I actually did a few arena runs. It's sort of constructed, a new format. Platinum 9. What's in the box? Here's the slow box. Those are packs. Three packs for plat. These cards have been changed. Bester got nerfed. But it used to be +1/+1. Just plus attack. Resurrection Station. Cost 2 more. This guy lost to health. Lots of nerfs. I didn't know most of these cards. Jimmy, relaunch every starship that you launch this game. His cost went up. This guy shrunk, I think? He might have been a 12/12. Insidious. I used to like Insidious. Yeah, they just nerfed all of the stuff I used to like. Wait, what's the Zergling nerf? Summon a 1/1 Zergling. Isn't that what it always did? I guess the wording changed? Maybe Battle Cry? Ceaseless guy used to be 15/15. That's a much bigger nerf. Summon a 2/1 starship piece with an effect when launched. Isn't that what it always did? Summon a 2/1 starship piece. I feel like that's what Starport did. Oh, you summon a copy. Okay, so you actually get a 1/1 instead of getting all the buffs. Four-minute spin so far. I get a free Ysera. Increase both players' maximum mana by 5. Battlecry gain 3 mana crystals. Oh, that changes the game. Oh, that represented they nerfed all of the 2/1s. Re-released Tavern Brawl. Complete for new expansion cards. 6 wins for max prizes, 3 losses, and you're out. Your first run is free! Ends in 5 days. Spend no tickets. Oh, so it needs to be tickets. Yeah, I don't have any tickets. See, but yeah, I'd probably have to buy more tickets. I could do 1 for free. Well, there's no reason not to click the button. So this is the mechanism for the high stakes mode they used to do. You can buy these for $2. Oh, you can buy... Okay, you get 2 tickets for 300 gold. So you can do... I've got 500 gold. I could grind 2 of these. 2 more of these. So what's the weird constructed limitation then? It looked like Colossus Mage didn't get too nerfed. Can I just build Colossus Mage? Different sets are allowed. The StarCraft count as Dark Beyond? Oh, the StarCraft cards are banned. Oh, that's like all I had. I don't even know what deck I would build. I took the Warrior freebie deck. I wonder if I can just recreate that. We are playing Blood Bowl, though. We're spinning Blood Bowl. Don't give Blizzard money. They're not Activision anymore. They've kind of purged the taint. They had an extreme taint. Microsoft bought them. Fired the taint. Okay, it was a Highlander deck that I've been playing. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm trying to click the cards that look familiar. I'm pretty sure we're in the deck. I actually did put this in. The Highlander payoffs might not be here anymore. It was Reno was the big payoff. The Warrior one was missing. Doubles your battle cries. Okay, so the only deck I thought I owned doesn't exist anymore. Because it's Core, Dark Beyond, and the new set is all you can run. And Event. So that's just a handful of legendaries they handed out. Some backs. Maybe I'll get something good. No more Blood Bowl? No, we're Blood Bowling. We're Blood Bowling. 10 minutes in the queue. We're Blood Bowling as hard as we can. I've just been informed there's a special pre-release event on Hearthstone right now. You felt like WoW was predatory as hell? I think WoW enhanced my life quite a bit. I played a ton of WoW back to like Pandaria. I think Pandaria is probably when I like stopped playing WoW. And I didn't play a lot of the one before Pandaria, Cataclysm. I played a hell of a lot of Lich King. Played a hell of a lot of Classic and a little bit of Burning Crusade too. Yeah, like you played a lot of WoW, it was fun, but you still went to Classic work. I think a lot of people, like, if you look at examples of people who like lost their job and they just played WoW, or dropped out of university and just played WoW, like WoW was probably a crutch for an already compromised life. Which is also the case of like drug addictions a lot of the time. People who get hooked on drugs, it tends to not so much ruin their life as they already were kind of had a bad life and they were self-medicating. You played WoW for about an hour back in 2008? Good times. You have friends who skipped classes and failed out to play Settlers? Oof. But I mean, I used to work at a casino, so you're not going to convince me to boycott something because it can be damaging. Before I worked at a casino, I worked at a corner store and sold cigarettes, so like... I've wrestled with that, with worse than enabling a WoW addiction. Now I play video games for a living, so I'm the problem. Oh, we're up against Thomas T. Pretty good Dark Elf coach. I picked Claw instead of Tackle. Claw is slightly useful here. Tackle would have been better. We're gonna have to be careful to defend our Tackle. They have a Mighty Blow Witch here. 100k. You played a lot of Wrath? Came back for Legion? Yeah, Wrath was so good. Played Hardcore now, loving it. I played a little bit. I bought 1 month of subscription and I did kind of lose interest in it before the subathon started. But I had fun playing it. Running the dead mines and the stockades. I didn't get that far. Yeah, don't blame the distraction creators for the problems of those who are easily distracted. Let's kill the music. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today. It might only be 1 game of Blood Bowl. Biggest difference between now and the subathon is I did not take a Vyvanse. But I expected it to be a little more productive in the post-subathon day there, but I slept and sat on the couch for the entire time. I guess this guy needs to blitz, so he should not be marked as a retry. Put him there. That derps, we can do that hit. This guy to do some retries. Then we blitz. I don't care about their tackle. We'll blitz that one. There's actually a slight strategic value to not go after their best piece. Because maybe they don't apothecary their lower end piece. It's all the defense. We outstrike them. Not worried. So less applicable here because this guy's good enough to get apothecaried anyway. But if it was just tackle and then a blank, like a rookie blitzer, they might let the rookie blitzer go. Or if you kill their only level up, like early in a run. End zone ball. Oh, cool. I like what they did with the solid defense. They attacked the flanks and still protected their three. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. You couldn't complete the content without no lifing? You weren't supposed to do everything in WoW. Especially once they added like battle pets and so many other distraction things to go do. Let's do... I don't want that guy charging in. We're going to blitz the other one. I also don't want to get served, so we'll do that formation. Stay back to be screening. Lose some tentacle value, though. Big boy's up. He could spend these guys getting his hits. Big boy's together. He can't actually punch. This might let him through too easily. Like a blitz here or here. But I want to punch some elves. Including this one. Little stun. Keep him tucked away. Not the greatest use to the tail, for sure, but... Keep a safety. Protector. I don't know if I'm vulnerable to incursion here. They might just use the blitz here so they can get both those hits. You know, strength 4 mighty blow, which what's strength 4 mighty blow juggernaut. Oh, she got armor broken once and then never played another full game. Rough. The 1-die incursion, okay. Can he touch me? He can't even touch me. I guess he can touch the backfield guy. Just kind of... He could be a target. The real Subathon's the friends we made along the way. You're working on a game that rewards life game balance, yeah. I kind of hate daily quests because of that. I call it like needy games. So many games need to be the only game you play. Don't go play other games for a week and then come back to me. No, if you do that, you'll be disadvantaged because you didn't do your dailies. Please play me all the time. Like, Slay the Spire is a great example of a not needy game. You can not play Slay the Spire for 6 months, and you'll have just as much fun when you go back and play Slay the Spire. Or if you walk away from Hearthstone for 6 months, you're not competitive anymore. Unless you give them $400 to catch up. They get both those hits. They did it with a 1 die though. Dark Elves at like 1 dies. This might be a dwarf coach. Dwarf coach detected. We got a broad cage here that probably is going to get dived. But I wanted to dominate up here. I guess if we do this, we're fine. I kind of wanted to bully more elves. This guy's gonna blitz that. Put that there. Can I build a bus? No. The only way to reinforce this cage dive is this, or killing it, I guess. Yeah, this guy's gonna be in the way. Yeah, we can just put this one here. He can't cage dive me if he's dead. Smash! Armor broken. It's another stun though. That guy can cage dive here now. No free punches. Mm-hmm. You remember Thomas T from Level 2 Chalice days? Yeah. No, I think he plays a lot of Dark Elves too. I joked about him being a dwarf coach throwing the 1 dice, but I do remember Thomas T being one of the more devastating Dark Elf opponents you could face.
Yeah.
He's brawling, not cage diving. 1 in 9. I was sad at first because I don't have block, but turns out he didn't either. We already have 1 tentacle fail. We can hold on to this one too. Hunt for a POW. Still have their blitz. Blitz and the killer. Go for it, assisted. Go. Not using Mighty Blow yet. Not needing it. Get the stun. Yeah, this guy probably should have been reinforcing down here. Marking an individual elf doesn't have that much value. Although I wonder if they hit the beast if I let them. Dodge next tier? No, I want another movement. Movement's cheap. Movement's only 20k. It's so freaking good on your ball carrier. So good. We can claw blitz into this lino mess. All our tackles recovering. Probably end up with the ball here. That should be protectable. What if the beast derps? Beast derp I think is fine. This guy 1 in 9 would be rough with the ball here. We could go ball here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have trouble getting a guy to that spot. I think we do go ball here. What's that one? There's a KO. Nice. First removal. We were pretty stun heavy for a while there. No lag today. That's really good. I blame the lag for the subathon dying. There's so much lag. I can one die my beast. Maybe foul my previously stunned killer? Could have blitzed this Rodder to regroup. Doesn't look like a great cage dive to me. They could actually, like... Oh no, it's stand firm. I was gonna say they could push the beast to here and make a box and push that guy out, but... they just hit a random bloater. Stand firm was stopping that box chain. I think I just won't activate him. That's fine. I might actually blitz him with the killer. if I don't need to blitz anything for forward movement. Nice. One die both down and then a foul appearance. Beast gets to hold on to all of its buddies. Yeah, so I guess this is my best blitz. I could try to POW hunt their best witch, but I've generally shied away from such plays. Charge the cage forward. Might just not activate her. It's holding so much of their things back. And hunting for a POW doesn't seem that likely. This guy just found two. I think they're just going to blitz this guy again. At least means they're not hitting the front of the cage. You got to Masters yesterday? Nice, Nuke. Dwarfs to the top. Congrats on the top 100. Yeah, this witch is worse than a rookie. That one's not that scary. This witch is freaking massive, though. Frenzy trap. Show your one die. Oh, got me with the one die. The frenzy opportunity, not a frenzy trap. Badly hurt into regeneration. They'll be back. They did need a tentacle break for that play too. I guess they didn't. The tentacle break just led to strategic sidestep basing. Expected the blitz back here, but I guess they saw an opportunity to make it so I wouldn't be able to protect the ball. All of the sidesteps in here is awkward. Oh, and just tie up the killer this way. That's fairly well played. We could just score if I felt like the ball is in real bad shape. Punch here gets two guys loose, though. What does two guys loose do for me? Killer hit on the witch. Ball carrier swing. Dodge the ball back into this area might work. Blitz here. Punch here. That's a back of a cage. Blitz to get back there is not... dodge to get back here is not clear the path. We might have to go forward. I kind of want to try to murder this guy. I would get blockaded, though. Blitz here to regroup. What would that do for me? Give me wrestle hit here, but then sidestep to theirs. Big disaster. Blitz here, regroup to there, punch that. Doesn't really accomplish anything. Oh, I forgot to do order. Oops. I probably just have to try to take the touchdown. It freaking sucks. Just push. Maybe we can build a pocket here. A little bit of luck. Don't think sidestep to there bothers me. It bothers me from scoring, but I think scoring was a lot worse than just trying to get safe back here. Getting safe back here is awkward. This jerk. Alright, well, I can 3+2+ forward. I was kind of counting on that. If we found a couple POWs, I think this stall might have been findable. I guess there is just punch this and follow up. No, I think he steals that ball too much, too often. We're gonna have to just go for the touchdown. Could not punish the base all man's turn. Hopefully we don't get punished ourselves by it. See you later. We get punished by having to score on turn 4. So they get 4 to respond. 4 turns where we get to hunt the elves instead of worrying about protecting the ball. There, they get the recovery. Exclusive group ambassadors, just 5 players. Dark Elves on a 4-turn drive. We're doing experimental. No, I want to protect my 2 good players. So we'll go wide, protect our 2 good players. Also stop them getting anyone past for a quick score. Did I lose the number 1 spot? Not number 1 Nurgle. I never had number 1 overall. So my title is referring to wanting number 1 overall. I don't think I checked if I still had number 1 Nurgle. High kick equals free ball. Dark Elves are free balling. They set up in a bit of a cowardly way. Kinda deep. Anti-blitz, I suppose. Tax the Ironheart skin. The only reason he's better than like the Wrestle Rodder is that he has defensive skills. He's faster than the Wrestle Rodder. Pestigores are better than Rodders. But Rodders die easier. I wonder if he thought that was Claw. So many people have attacked a bad target. I mean, it's that icon. If I stand there, we are in Surf City. Not the worst Surf City, actually. We'll blitz the good player here. Bills on 2. Attacking these blood steppers. Failed. Hopefully that's reasonably good basing. Based on this side, didn't base on this side. He can kind of derp for one more turn. Then he'll need a scoring threat. He doesn't need to break through now. Making an Amazon team now that you made Masters? Nice.
0 clock anxiety tips.
The negative clock goes up. Thank you, Siren Eye. I left the negative clock up for today. But like the battle pass grind was over fast. It doesn't take too long. I mean, if you play a lot. It doesn't take that many calendar days. It still takes like 40 hours to get it done. It'd be tough to get the clock positive again. Subathon turns into a rotter, aimlessly wandering about. Tentacles. Ooh, it failed dodge. And the tentacles. Okay. We can try to stop the ball from moving forward directly and then put stick on his players slash in the end zone. That would stop the score. We could blitz the witch here. It certainly is the strongest player to go after. Most valuable player to go after. This one's likely to be able to dodge forward if I hit it. If I don't hit it, I guess I could have put the rotter here and then it would have had to dodge up and around, which I think would have been good enough. I could just leave this though, and it's gauntlet running at least. I could also add some of the midfield over there. But I kind of want this one back. I want another stinker back. Then even if stuff like that gets back, we can apply a bloater to the problem. This guy I want here. This one, I guess, could get in and touch the ball. Forcing a ball dodge seems pretty minor. Maybe it retries the witch. Guess I greet it. Got 2 rerolls in my back pocket still. At least the push gives the retry. Guess we need this one midfield. Didn't get this guy. We only got one in the back. We didn't get this guy in the back. They have a good target to blitz, but this is a critical turn. This is not a blitz the best player turn. Of course, he is quite in the way too. it might be the way through. No, he goes after the Ironheart skin again. Try to get through here. Yeah, that's a pretty good way through. It's a single dodge. So I had that here to block this. But I missed that this opening would be here. I guess he would, like, how do I block that though? Here? No. One player would not be able to stop the 2+ through. I guess he had to be farther over, and then I had to actually bring that midfield one back instead of retrying on the witch. I don't know why they always go after you. They're the worst target. He tanked it like a champ, though. Little dazed, but... Oh, the tail dodge fails. He got through, but then the tail. Then the tail. Okay. Not much dump possibilities here either. We can bring another stink in, do this hit. Ideally, we're hitting it with the tackle. Should be able to set that up to not need a go for it. Bonk. If I push him to there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we don't even need the rotter hit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if this guy follows up, I have to go farther around. If I push him to there and we get the rotter hit, we don't really ever get the rotter hit. Right, push to push here is going to actually be kind of sad. I guess we have backup we can hit without skills. Because a push here occupies my my other path. Kill the witch first. The pow. Done. Invincible elves. Wrestle Rotter? Get a beta plan. Get this one loose. That actually makes a push good enough. Even got the POW. We are doing a go for it to hit him though. Grabbing speed. No dump off. We're in and we get the POW. Nice. No other scoring threats. We got the defender stumbles. We got the tackle POW. Can't kill anything. out of Surf City. Beast behaves, but just a derp. Okay. Freaking tail. Tail tackle took him down. Well, he still has a team reroll, so the tackle isn't that relevant. Nurgle is just better chaos. They're more expensive too. You do pay team value wise for the foul appearance and the disturbing aura. Armor 11 elves. They're also thick skull elves. It's just a lot of stuns. A lot of stuns. Okay, we don't need to be blocking the sidelines. I don't think it's too bad for us if they do try to push forward fast. But by going all man's on the line, we force them to dodge all three of their linos. And two guys on the wings means they can't get the corner in hit. No squares to put the helpers. Quick snap, but they didn't set up to abuse. No free hits of my Rotters. Free balling here might let them quickly push up a sideline and make a stronghold in the back corner. No free ball. They're slipping past on all sides. Doesn't mean I get to try to kill the witch. We don't need to stop the score. We just need to stop the camp. Tentacles. Oh, what a free hit there. He's tired of running. We could blitz this one. Obviously, we could blitz the witch. It's kind of spending the blitz on the wrong side of the field. Blitzing him, I don't know if it's needed because we can get the tentacles to here. We could blitz that one, but having just stood this guy, it's not Could have let us like get harassment there. Put him in the wrong spot. Put him my own way. There should be one more over. So it's not particularly relevant. Guess maybe I do blitz him so we can block the easy advance. We would force him back to the midfield. Now that we know the beast didn't derp, so that hit is less important. Why don't we just hit the witch? Let them grab some space here. There goes safety. They do have come back to the middle, so attacking her is not the worst. Stunned. I don't think they're going to push up. I think I'm ready for them. Probably go back middle. They want to win, they do have to push up. I guess it would have paid to have a second mark on the beast's line man, because now the beast is kind of stuck. So maybe this goat here that's getting attacked should have been there. Mighty blow. Oh, get a KO. We're losing resources to push them in. Yeah, they're going forward for the win. But go for it. Interesting. They fear my wrestler or something? They miscount? That seems like a weird go for it. I already used dodge on the first dodge. Team reroll here is expensive. Only have 2. They eat it. They're fine. Guess we a claw hit. He didn't try this guy's dodge. We can just pretend it was tentacled though. Alright, so Killer v Witch. And then we can... I don't know if I can, like, elf screen get in front. I don't know if that's going to happen. We can definitely do heavy basing and make the stall really rough. Comms baller confirmed. Non-staller detected here. Blockading the side is going to be vulnerable to a witch surf. We'll be able to get around behind too. But I guess like blocking the side is only really going to happen if we armor break her. I only got 50 seconds in my bank, so I shouldn't dirtle for too long. Get her to there. Get Maybe we put that guy there. Maybe we put it there. Bonk. Hmm. Yeah, let's give them the score if they want it. Stupid stress clock. Stallers aren't ballers, but does that mean if you don't stall, you are a baller? It increases the likelihood quite a bit. They start with this dodge. Why? They burn dodge on the first dodge. They left her there. I'm sure surely moving her farther would have been better, but I think that's an indicator of just a scoring pretty early in this turn. They did throw one hit. No block. Yeah, so they had a plan to cut the corner and come back with that witch, and then just aborted. Right, we get a lot of time on that. A lot of turns left. 6 turns to score. Hey, Gecko. Good to see YouTube audience out and about. Yeah, I think the witch was going to probably support the other witch, the killer be killer hit. Friends with the ref. What does that one do? Think I can argue better? I can argue on a 5+. Might have to foul a witch that ends up on the ground. Nice. Took a while to get to the first injury, but an elf is now down. I think we're blitzing that one. Let's just double back and cover with him. Whoosh. We'll do this hit before the beast hit. That's a good KO. It's a very good KO. Beast derp. Broader violence. Done. Failed pickup. Okay, reroll fixed it. No time to think is awkward. Would have been nice to think. Tuck it in the middle here, but that might leave some sort of shenaniganery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Might have been fine here. Now he has this weird hard cut through. Sorry about the stress turn. Yeah, getting rid of 2 elves there was very well timed. Agreed, Orc. It can be very hard to push past through dark elves. Whew, close. Yeah, it can be very hard to push through dark elves if they're full power. There's 11 of them. So he did the old 4+ dodge through. The one down the ball failed him. Now he's got sidestep on the ball. I'm very tempted to try to save the blitz. But taking shots at this guy hunting for POWs is it playing a dangerous game. But if we do find a POW here, then we can blitz here and actually get pretty decent movement. Like I said, it can be hard to actually push up against elves. And either sidestep does have a retry, and then eventually we can dodge away. Okay, I think I talked myself into it. Straight to the POW. Well, that hurts the advance. We're not getting that far up. We might stay in the middle. What are we time? The time. No, don't break armor. The legitimacy of that scoring threat is absurd. It's so legitimate. I left a really good cage dive, didn't I? My panic stress turn. I feel the stress turns more without the Vyvance. Not gonna lie. Still the same Nurgle team? Yep. We're up to like 50 games on them now. 24, 10, and 15. This is the 50th game with our Nurgles. We had a string of death, but knock on wood, been good since then. We've been growing stronger. Gaming Dad. Immune to the mighty blow. Rolled a 4. They blitz Gaming Dad so much. This does make them build a very, very weak screen. A base heavy screen. But then they unbase over here. I'm not going to hand the ball to the Rotter, but he is like, he's validating this escape. Like he can be the like a very forward part of a screen. East to here. Blitz here. We're done value blitzing. Like I don't need to kill or hit a witch. This isn't exactly a bad hit. One, two, three, four, five, six. So the killer gets to here. Ball carrier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ball carrier gets to there. Beast does have to get out of the way here. Success! Not in the way. This guy might be a problem. I'm gonna have to do some go for it. And this guy. So if we count on the beast existing, I think we go here to protect. Hey, not a stress turn. I clicked skull. You got a 4-3 in the Tavern Brawl? You faced one real deck you couldn't beat, but the other 6 games felt like sealed decks. Other people like me going like, well, I don't know what the hell to play. Maybe just hitting generate deck. You noticed his team is silver? What the hell? Did he make a new account? 1390 silver. Has he not played Blood Bowl 3 yet? Or I'm just remembering his name from Blood Bowl 2. Getting freaking smurfed. Are we concerned about SR yet? It doesn't really matter. Like, I didn't get to pick my opponent. You just played a bunch of Death Knight cards? Yeah. He's played 78 games in Blood Bowl 3. Yeah. Their skill-based matchmaking is a fucking joke. Every team being a freaking smurf is, like, toxic. Like, smurfing's legit bannable offense in some games. Like, I remember seeing very recently a graphic of, like, smurfing's not welcome in Dota 2 or something like that. You know, where the devs were making it clear that you ain't allowed to do that. We could blitz through this one and score this turn. Don't think it's a smurf? Well, I mean, it's the same effect as a smurf. It's not a smurf in the sense that he's not trying to gain an unfair advantage by smurfing. But the amount of SR I can earn or lose in this match is not representative of the relative skills of the two coaches. And he's played 78 games. Like, the game knows he ain't silver. Just come over here and stall. Sweet eye cage? Not ideal. I abandoned a lady here. What is smurfing? It sounds dirty. It's when you make a new account so you can just beat up on new people and like evade the skill-based matchmaking that the game is supposed to have. I should have put him here. Rush that. I definitely rushed that. So you'll see people smurf in chess. They'll make a new chess account and just crush low elo people. Chess.com seems to not mind when Hikaru just does that as a YouTube series. Repeatedly, multiple times a year. Even though it is against their terms of service. Tail stole his reroll. But like, if you're tired of winning 50% of your Overwatch games, you just go make a new account. So you can like, how quickly can I climb back to 1800 elo or whatever? You'll see it as a YouTube series. Like, and that's just, he's just smurfing. Chess.com does undo the ratings, yeah. So they don't mind giving Hikaru's random opponents a bad experience. But they'll give them their rating back. I do have a reroll, so punch. Yeah, risking the 1 in 9 I think is correct. Am I scoring this turn? I don't need to. Let's double go for it. Blitz here and regroup again and then build a cage with all this leftover stuff. Still have a minute. Good time management. Cage here. This seems like a pretty good stall. Yeah, so the problem with facing like a great coach who's like chalice worthy, and they're freaking silver, is that like it just corrupts what Elo is supposed to be. Elo is supposed to be a best guess at who's going to win the game, and then the points gets exchanged based on like, was it an upset or not? So if both coaches are deemed to have a 50-50 shot at winning, you exchange the base amount. But if one coach is 80% to win, and they win, they barely get any points. But if the 20% coach wins, then they steal a lot of points. And you just haywire that when you smurf. And then on top of like the Elo exchange being corrupted, like you're getting like Thomas T, this time he got to play against me. But a lot of the time he'll get to play against other silver people and crush them, and that silver person gets a bad experience. Because they didn't get their skill-based matchmaking. The skill-based matchmaking that they were promised. Can I 3-die this? It doesn't look like I can 3-die this. I have one loose player. These two are loose but blockaded, so there's no point in throwing a 2-die hit to get a 3-die hit. think I just throw the hit. Throw the hit I gotta throw. Take our touchdown. To take our pittance of SR gains. That's true. Like a 3-minute chess game is not a big of a deal. You play against Sakara once, then you move on. I mean, that's just that, like, you're gonna get those bad matchups sometimes just when somebody joins, like your first game.
Bring out your
Like when Zagiti finally buys the game, he's gonna get his bronze matches.
Bring out your dead.
But win streaking is there to get him quickly up to where he should be. Yeah, Velahopia, the skill-based matchmaking they do have is better than nothing, for sure. Because your new team is still platinum most of the time. I don't know why Thomas T is silver at this point. Maybe he played, like, he's a level 104 coach. Maybe he hasn't played in 6 months though. They have decay too for some reason. So Thomas T would have, like, if every season you skip, you drop a tier. You're platinum and then drops you to gold and then it drops you to silver. So if you probably just skipped 2 seasons and now he's silver. So it's, again, it's a dome system. You take 3 months off of Blood Bowl, you did not get worse. Not that much. Yes, perpetual coach Elo would be much better. And you could do Elo based on team if you felt like the game, like, players would perform largely differently the first time they play dwarves, even though they've played 800 games of orcs. And different games handle that differently. Dead by Daylight lowers your Elo on your matchmaking rating on a new killer, but it doesn't make it like the same as a brand new person to the game. So you won't get skill-based matchmaking the same as what you get on your best killer, but you're not marked as a new killer either. And then apparently Warcraft 3 actually does just give you a straight up fresh rating on each individual of the races. So you haven't played Undead, you'll start Undead the same as somebody who just bought the game. Hey, Levy. Rick killed your Undead? Rude. Yeah, that's a big part of it too, what Zagini said. Most systems don't actually start you at the bottom, they start you in the middle. So I remember, like, in the Only Fangs tournament there, Sun Glitters apparently went 2 wins, 20 losses, and dropped down to like 300 rating, where you start at like 1500, I think, is the base. So if you start in the middle and you're bad, it takes a while for you to actually get your 50% win rate. So a lot of the Onlyfangers started with a losing streak and then kind of stabilized at, like, Sun Glitters was like 300 or whatever, and Soda Poppin stabilized at like 800, and then he got better at the game and built back up. Can you make multiple concurrent accounts? Not like you could in Bubble 2, but apparently you can use Steam Family Share just to make infinite accounts. You could Smurf if you wanted to. But your cosmetics and stuff wouldn't carry over. So you can just make a new Steam account and then mark it as like a family member, and then you can just play Blood Bowl 3 without buying it again. Soulforge Fusion uses both a personal rating and a deck rating. Ooh. A hybrid. It's 6 SR. I didn't even notice that on screen for so long. I prioritized catching up with chat. Yeah. Only when I got to Byron's chat did I notice I gained 6 SR. There, I put a snarky post in the VIP group. Why is there SR decay? No, I won 6 SR after beating a great coach who took 6 months off. 6 months off from Blood Bowl 3. Like, he might have been playing Fumble and certainly likely was playing Tabletop. I'm pretty beat. I can notice a pretty big difference from not taking a Vyvance. I'm glad I didn't have to do a no Vyvance day in the subathon. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today. I might take a break. Oh yeah, good point, Byron. It's nothing against Thomas. He didn't make a new account. The system decided he got to be silver. The system will decide. Game time? I actually feel pretty lightheaded and exhausted. Probably just gonna stop. I need to take it easy. I might have overdone it in the subathon a little. I am glad I got live for one game at least. And I might go live again later. But I do need to I do need to let my body kind of chill. Heal and rest. He didn't throw very many hits. Not many attack dice at all. Oh, 21 blocks done though. We got 55, more than double. 5 skulls, 12 both downs. 8 pass, 5 stumbles. Pushes. Pretty damn good attack dice. It's not many of them. I broke armor 47%. We got a lot of studs though. So many studs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of people say the ladder doesn't incentivize winnings, but like, you can't climb the ladder if you don't win. I've never gotten that. The ladder doesn't punish losing as much as the Blood Bowl 2 system. But it certainly still rewards winning. You can't climb if you don't win. But it doesn't kill your team off because you lost 6 games. I remember chat would kind of give me a hard time if I kept playing a team after like 5, 6, 7 losses. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, I'm playing the game. And we can recover it. I did not like old yellering teams constantly at Blood Bowl 2. I like that I can play 50 games of Nurgle. And like, that's literally what ladders are in most games. That's just the place to play a game. It doesn't intrinsically reward you or punish you for winning and losing. You just end up at the elo that represents your current skill. And if you get better at the game, that will, in theory, go up. So like in a game like League of Legends or Overwatch, like by studying your games, by studying other people better than you, by watching YouTube videos and learning from tips and tricks, you can get better at the game, and then your elo will go up and reflect that. Or if you just want to play games for fun, you'll just hover at that same elo. First you lose to build a team by bashing, then you win versus easier players and get more SR from winning. So winning matters. You can, it's just when you do, yeah, when you get, like, winning matters in your paragraph there, but losing doesn't get punished. Where in Blood Bowl 2, that like you wouldn't, like, if you lost a few games, you couldn't keep playing. But in those first games where you're building your team up, it's better to have won them. It punishes the winning by giving you harder games at a bigger risk. Well, there's also team value matchmaking, though. So, like, as your team is growing, you're fighting other grown teams. I guess you could argue that people leveled poorly. So if you did tank your rating and essentially smurf and lose on purpose, now you're more likely to face a 1.5 million silver coach than a 1.5 million diamond coach. And the silver coach probably has extra rerolls and a giant bench and maybe even some weird skill picks. But back when Blood Bowl 3 first came out, they would have 12 cheerleaders and 8 assistant coaches. But I don't even know if that's a good strategy. Like, I would argue you're still, like, even against a bad player, you're risking your players dying. So you're not even like farming silver players to level a team. I think you still have like an equilibrium point of how much SPP you can get up per, like on each player. Because like if you expect to lose a player every 10 games, probably every 10 games in silver, you're going to lose a player. Then like you need to be gaining. You need to be gaining enough SR to offset that, and there's some sort of equilibrium point. Like all your players could be level 4-ish would be your equilibrium point. And dwarves and orcs, I think, are very popular because they have a higher equilibrium point. Where your wood elves have a much lower equilibrium point because you're not losing one player every 10 games. You're losing a player every 3 games. The ladder should reward you for winning, but like, does the Dota ladder award you for winning? Like, your reward for winning is going up in rank. And then in Blood Bowl 3, we also get the high rank people get to qualify for playoffs, which is the big carrot. But like what you're complaining about, like that you're not incentivized to win at the start of a run, is what I'm saying is a feature, like it's a benefit. You don't have your team, you don't have to delete your team if you didn't start hot, which is what we did in Blood Bowl 2. It was just constant restarts. It took me like 9 necro teams to get a qualified necro team. Where in Blood Bowl 3, you don't have to make 9 necro teams. You can play the same necro team for that number of games instead. You're rewarded more from losing while building. Well, I mean, but also like silver players are going to concede to you more, so maybe you're not. Maybe that's not even a good way to farm. I don't know. Like, show me the team to look up that's a problem. Like, did Artemis do that? Did Jimmy do that? Like, who has successfully built a monstrous orc team by purposely losing 10 games and getting 3 legend players? Like, I'm not convinced it's good, and I'm not convinced it's even been done if it is good. Yeah, like Zagini says too, how are you losing the games where you're getting 3 touchdowns to farm? And how are you getting your opponent not to concede when you get 6 SPP from removals in the first 3 turns? I've heard the theory a lot of like this theory a lot. It's been around for years, and I think Crab has said he's actually tried it before. I think that's the only example of somebody who's like really executed on it. I think Jimmy might have done it too, but Jimmy did a lot of things as a LARF back then. But it's not like it's every season the number 1 player is tank to bronze built up and then done a push. I think Jimmy was even experimenting with like do 1 pass farm and concede. I remember hearing about that. I don't know how deep it went, but get 3 touchdowns and then concede. Oh, yep, you could do that. Yeah, the unpunished concede does let you sandbag your rating. I just feel like I don't know. Is it not beneficial to? Is it not desire? Like, why wouldn't you want to win those games? Yes, because you want softer opponents in the future. But I mean, the matchmaker is so trash. Like this game just happened. It's not like you can manipulate it that strongly. As soon as you become an outlier, you're gonna end up accidentally spinning into the guy at the top of the ladder who waited 20 minutes anyway. If anything, that's the better strategy. You make a halfling team that's a weird outlier, and you snipe the guy at the top of the ladder because you both had to wait 15 minutes for a game. Negative 20 hours? Yeah, HX. The subathon died yesterday. I left the clock up today. I'll turn it off tomorrow, though. Yeah, J-Leaf, that's part of the ELO, too. Your first game kind of doesn't matter, because ELO is trying to get you to where you belong. Anyway. Like, if you lose the first one, each of your future matches is going to, in theory, give you a little tiny bit more. And each of your future losses is going to take away a little bit less. So that whether you gained 30 or lost 30 in your first match can kind of get absorbed by your next bunch of games. Yeah, I think it's just like it seems like a straw man argument against the current system. But I think the more valid way to state the argument is I don't feel incentivized to win this. I don't feel rewarded to win each individual game. And that is very true. And like because that's a general problem with skill-based matchmaking is whatever wins half their games, like they don't feel as good. Which is why, like, with card games, you generally like to be playing for a prize. Warpforge, I had so much more fun in their draft mode because there is stakes and prizes on the line. You get 1 free draft a day, and you can pay your premium currency, which they hand out like around 1 draft worth a week. So drafts are actually kind of precious in Warpforge. And then if you do well enough in a draft, you can win enough currency to do another one. As well as you can, like, if you get the perfect run in Warpforge, you get a legendary card. So you're growing your constructed collection. So there's a prize. Prizes are important. And yeah, ladders kind of suck. Like, ladders just kind of suck. So I think the argument of like the ladder doesn't incentivize your wins, it's kind of just because ladders suck. Tournaments are way better than ladders. Tournaments with prizes. Ladders do have that flaw of like, they're not a strong incentive to play the game. They're a framework that gives you some motivation to play the game, but you really do need to just enjoy the game for a ladder to be fun. So like, I played a lot of Overwatch, not chasing prizes. You do get a trickle feed of cosmetics and stuff. Hey, Hawk, thank you for pushing up to 140. I'm gonna come up with an incentive for still doing the best friends. I think if you get like to a certain level, best fiend, sorry, then I want to do like, you're not adding time to the subathon anymore. But I think I might do like, you can pick a game. I think like when you get to level 200, you'll get a wild card. And I'll play the game of your choice for an hour. Yeah, Blood Bowl is a super weird game too because of the team development. So like your dwarf team is kind of getting worse as it progresses. The Nurgle team is getting better as it progresses. So you're trying to figure out the elo of both the coach and the team. So it does muddy the waters. And if you're not good at leveling your team up, you're actually gonna make it worse and you get punished because of the team value aspect. Like if you level up poorly in World of Warcraft, you suffered like maybe an opportunity cost by taking the wrong talent, but it was still like you still gained parry. You probably wanted to gain crit, but at least you gained some parry rating. Where in Blood Bowl, when you take a niche, when you take a wrong pick, not only did you give up your chance to take another guard, but you also added team value to your team. So like your team was better before you put Fend on it. And also your Fend could have been Wrestle. So most games only punish you because you didn't take Wrestle. Blood Bowl also punishes you because you made your team more expensive. I've never played any of the war games that actually use the whole team value thing. But I think the war games, like the actual, like Warhammer, you don't progress your army. I think it like army value in Warhammer is just a way to agree with how big of an army to bring on Thursday when you meet your opponent to play the comic shop. And Blood Bowl took that system and it used it in Blood Bowl where there's progression. Elo just doesn't work for Blood Bowl. It's not the best fit. It's way better than Blood Bowl 2. Like somebody mentioned earlier, Arena can feel like you're just facing like a lower end coach than you would on the ladder. And Blood Bowl 2, it was constantly that. Some people would even criticize some players' good runs as being like, oh, they just got lucky and hit soft opponents the entire way. The spin lottery. There are development modes for 40k. Sweet. But what team value does do in Blood Bowl is it lets you play people who've played a different number of games, and then in theory the team value is correcting for that. As long as you've done it optimally or reasonably optimally. But what other games have meta development? Like a competitive game with meta development. Like what? Like PvP in Diablo? MMO PvP? Like MMO PvP is always balanced on max level. You can do it early, but like it's not balanced around doing it early. I think it would be fun to have a card game that was kind of like that. Where instead of being able to open your wallet to get more packs, if you had a server, you'd have like a new server situation, maybe every month, and then everyone is on equal footing. And every day you get to open a pack. So everyone's kind of progressing at the same time. Oh, you know what? The Empire Builders. I've been sponsored by a lot of Empire Builders. Me and Mrs. Page played an Empire Builder. Travian, I think it was called. But way back when we first met, our first couple of years of being together anyway, we played Travian together. And those games are hella imbalanced. You just get a huge advantage. Crush people. The whole game is getting that advantage. That's why you need a new server so that everyone goes back to an equal footing every now and then. Backpack battles and Bazaar? Yeah, you're kind of meta progressing there, but and they handle that by you always fight somebody at the same stage. Everyone's had the exact same amount of time to progress. And there's definitely no handicapping. Like if you pulled off a really good build, it's not like your opponent gains more hit points because the team value of all of your items are higher. You just get to enjoy the development advantage you gained. But backpack battles, their rating system, I don't know what Backpack Battles does, but Bazaar, it's much more run-based than individual matchup-based. And it's short-term, too. You like, it resets. Takes, like, 2 hours tops to do a Bazaar run. Takes a lot more than 2 hours to develop a Blood Bowl team. Yeah, matchmaking and Blood Bowl by games played. And then like you actually get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Or suffer the handicaps of your defeats. Because right now, when you get a miss next game, you just get a softer opponent in your next match. Like if my beast and my ball carrier both miss this next game, like we don't even care. I don't feel handicapped at all. Ooh, speaking of which, we leveled our ball carrier. But I just get trimmed down 400,000 team value.
Hey, you guys.
And I get to play at like 1.2, like instead of 1.5 or 1.6 or whatever. Where if you only did it by the number of games played, it would be like if you leveled your team efficiently, you benefit from that. If you leveled your team inefficiently because you tried to do a buttload of randoms, you get punished. And then the team value and inducements are still there to kind of bridge the gap of the super lopsided things. Hey, Architects. Yeah, those two games both have async play. I think Backpack Battles is async too, but when you have a big player base and asynchronous, you can actually do the matchmaking legit. Like everyone does get a close opponent. Opponent who's had just as many hours to progress. Hours, days, games, whatever you want to phrase it. Mark II got renamed to Waterproof. I forget who did that. Somebody used the channel point redemption to give you the Waterproof tag. Because you're immune to rain. You have the extra hand and the plus agility. 2+ pickup in the rain. You are rainproof. Yeah, J-Leave, I think the reason why you might get pushback against advocating for matchmaking by the number of games played is because the inducements don't actually make up for the team value discrepancy. Which I think it's important that that is true. I think it's important that it is good to level. We've hit that with the team value cap. When you try to avoid leveling your players, Blood Bowl loses a lot of its oomph. One of the most fun things you have in Blood Bowl, like, people are saying the wins don't matter. The game matters. The loss matters because you're gaining levels. Like, the whole crux of that argument is you don't need to win the game because you can progress your team. And we've hit multiple points in Blood Bowl 3's life cycle here where it's been actively bad to level your players. That's just such an oof moment. The whole start of this discussion was it's wins aren't incentivized enough. I can just farm my team. And then when you have a 1.5, 1.6 million cap, you don't even want to farm your team anymore. I think leveling your team is that a bigger meta progression than what the ladder presents. But then the playoff goals added to the ladder might be at the same level as the fun of leveling your team up. Blood Bowl 2 punished you for winning because you also got handicapped by the matchmaker. You got added a phantom like 25 or 50k team value for every positive win you had, like your win differential. So if you're 6-0, the game was just like, oh, you're 300,000. You're getting match made 300,000 higher than you should be. Maybe it wasn't that extreme. I forget the numbers. 2 wizards worth after just winning 6 doesn't seem right, but that's why I like New Season Day so much in Blood Bowl 2 days. You got to haywire the matchmaker. Like it couldn't handicap you that way if there was nobody bigger than you. The New Season Day of Blood Bowl 2 is great. You just stay ahead of the curve. And the game couldn't give you a harder opponent. They didn't exist. Okay, top text level is a difficult one. We want plus move, but when we roll for the stat, we have to decide what we're taking. We're not taking agility again. Dodge is very obviously a good pick. Leader is also an option. To just get the third reroll. You'd like to see arena with progression? I think that would be fun. Maybe a head start arena? Maybe you still get to do a little bit of a head start. So you're not playing an actual 0-game team for your first game. But then you are like actually progressing through the arena would be fun. Oh, and you want like a rank progression, kind of like the silver bronze stuff for the arena. That could work. That could work. Some people believe there is progression in arena. I heard there was a bug where there was some crazy teams in the arena, but I don't know the mechanism of that bug. Like some people had to play against a better team, but was that team just slipped in or was it improved throughout its run? I don't know. Plus armor seems good. Plus armor overlaps with plus move. I think they share the table. So I think anytime you could take armor, you could take move. It's just like, I think a 14 and a 15 would be locked in on agility and strength. Maybe even a 13. 16, you can pick anything. Yeah, that'd be one way to handle it mechanically, J-Leave. It's just like your number 1 player gets 12 SPP, your number 2 player gets 6, your number 3 player gets 6. Something like that for a head start. So you could just, when you build your team, make sure you have the ones you want to level at the top. And then once you start the arena, you just level like normal. Those bonuses. Yeah, if we're gonna put him on the bench for defense, we don't want leader. We could give him like an extra or a break tackle or an extra head. We can't random. You can't abort to random. We sure hands actually. Maybe sure hands. Strip ball has hit us a couple times. Pretty rare though. We don't really want to be better against dark elves. We want to be better against orcs and dwarves and mirrors and chaos. So that we could beat them. We could actually give guard. We could give him guard. Then it'd be incentivized to put him into brawls though. Ironheart skin. Oh, the bug was you could join the arena where there was extra SPP on players. So you would use the admin tools to just give like 40 SPP to a player, and you could add that to the arena. It would count it as a valid team. And then once it was in the arena, you could spend that SPP. Nasty. Hopefully anyone that did that got their team banned and their title taken away. That is very clearly cheating. Yes, dodge is better survivability than like Ironheart skin. It also helps us run the gauntlet. Move is what we really want. Yeah, probably move or dodge. Plus strength and become a ball hawk. It's already hordes though, so it kind of is a 4 strength ball hawk. Oh, that's your theory. You didn't confirm it, Jayleaf. Yeah. Oh, you were suggesting tackle. The second tackle on the team being this one. And yeah, and running it around and using it against elves, it's not as big a risk. So guard makes you better at brawling with the brawlers, but I'm risking the guy's life. Where tackle makes me better at beating the elves. And they're not nearly as likely to kill him. They will foul it though. Looks like I need a rotter. No, we're at 11. I've been doing benchless the whole time. Try to get better matches. Yeah, tackle is interesting. Like, if I had more tackle on the team, it wouldn't be needed. And it is kind of funny that, like, dodge becomes worthless against people who have a lot of tackle. With the high team value bash teams and the dwarves. So whether I take tackle or dodge, it's kind of worthless against a lot of the same teams. You cannot field... No, you have to put all 11 out. You have to put all 11 out. If you get a star player, you can hide. Well, let's just get move, and then we don't have to worry about it. What's in the box? There, I rolled a 5. we got movement. Perfect. 8 move. Juggernaut to blitz herself free? I haven't fought a lot of stand firm. There hasn't been a lot of stand firm. Just against dwarves. And honestly, the dwarves have dried up. I don't know when the last time was we played against dwarves. What's the dwarf icon look like? A rounded shield? Groovy shield? That's dwarves. 1.1 million. That was a game where we were down to 1.3. So yeah, the last time we fought dwarves was when we were at 1.3. We're at 1.5 now. And there's another 1.3 dwarf opponent. The dwarves don't come up this high. They're avoiding the claw. But there was a dwarf there. 2. And he was 1.0. Yeah, so dwarf season's kind of over for this team. Was there one I missed? On 2? That 3 dwarves in a row? Oh yeah, that was the guy we fought 3 in a row. That's a weird one. He had weirdo dwarves. Oh, somebody killed that one off. Since we fought him. He conceded to me in the second game. We crushed him in the first game. He conceded to me in the second game. And then the third game he conceded before I even like alt-tabbed to the game. The flyby was still going by, and I think I was playing the mobile game. The concede pop-up was behind the mobile game. But this is why most dwarves avoid the high team value bracket. Because we destroyed him. It was not close. I think he was also a potatoer. Maybe out of desperation because he wasn't winning the brawl. But 2 blodge runners, like he's this is way more bloaty than any other dwarf. And I don't think he did any randoms. Yeah, they're all full price. Need to do random dwarves to avoid the claw killers. Okay, I think I'm gonna go have a nap. I might go live again later, try out some Warcraft 3. See how I feel. I might end up just chilling on the couch and recouping for the rest of the day. It was good to get live though. Don't want to lose all the momentum we've gained from the subathon. But I need to focus on my health too. Was that dwarf player Chinese? I didn't recognize the character set. It was some sort of Asian set. You betcha, Byron. My pleasure. That look like Korean to you? I have no reason to oppose that. Warcraft 3 is a lot harder than Grubby makes it look. Yeah. Yep. I kind of want to play it to see how well I can do compared to the Onlyfangers. They did like 2 weeks of training. How high can I get on the ladder in 2 weeks? measure my gamer skill. This music's making you sad? I'll fix that. The stream is over! What a great stream! Warcraft 3 is absurd time to kill. Yeah, you actually... StarCraft 2 things just explode instantly. Warcraft 3 you have time to kind of run away and manage things. Have a great night, everyone. You're at 963 after 32 games played? That seems pretty good.